me, Mario. Hello.
Hello, hi everybody, I'm Mickey Mouse here and I'm from the Maxi Toys, as you guys probably already know this at the bunch of videos ago. So, welcome to our remade playthrough, in this case a remake playthrough of Super Mario 64 for the Nintendo 64. Yes, a lot of people seem to saw this coming because after all, I decided to go ahead and do Super Mario 64 again, but this time with a much better quality thanks to that Roxo Game Capture HD Pro, and then everything else in the quality itself looking a hell of a lot more better than the ones in the 2013 version. But I decided to go ahead and do right now that for this year entirely, although granted definitely still needs to do Super Mario Galaxy 2 at this point. But then, even then, I think we're about to start to tackle through, two different versions of Super Mario 64. The one I'm going to be tackling right now is the N64 original version. So, yeah, the title screen, you can mess around with Mario's face. It kind of reminds me of, Facelift from, Mario Party 1 and 2 in, during the, the Mario Party series. So, yeah, so let's get started here. So, I got two maxed out files. So, the file we're going to be hitting to is probably file C, because even then, though, that, we'll decide to go ahead and do that for that entirely up to me. So, yeah, without further ado, guys, let's get into action with, although I wish I was going to erase a file B, or, yeah, whatever. So, let's get started with Super Mario 64.
Come to the castle. I have baked a cake for you. Yours truly, Princess Toadstool. Peach.
And Peach is the only one she's got a voice actor from. It's a go time, Super Mario 64. So yes, now that Mario's model is now into the 3D environment, so even then though, back in during the 1990s or something like that, mostly all the way back to Super Mario Bros. The original on the NES, and then basically since Super Mario World, these games were actually gone in 2D, but this is the actual first Mario game to be in 3-dimensional form. So the controls wise for Super Mario 64, all you have to do is simply just put a analog stick to move around, A is to jump, B is to punch, and you can press the A button like 3 times, assuming if you get your timing correctly. That means you can perform some Mario's new abilities, firstly introduced in this game. The other emphasis like the triple jump, as I mentioned, and the ground pound ability, which can only activate once you jump in midair and just press the Z button, in this case if you play this on the N64 cartridge version. But the version we'll be playing on is the Nintendo Wii's Virtual Console release. So, because of that, I don't have the ability to record, some more of the N64 titles on the, during the Roxo Game Capture device. But at least I did, though, on the EZ capture card, but unfortunately that capture card is dead. So I just had to use that one as a replacement. So yeah, right off the bat though, that we actually have ourselves a Lakitu icon. This meaning that you can actually control the camera option, assuming if you actually press the C buttons. So yeah, let's get into the front door right there, and then oh yeah, there's also another move, which is actually probably one of my favorite abilities that Mario actually has introduced for this game. It's the long jump ability. But we'll explain more on that until we actually get into action. So let's go inside the Princess Peach's castle, and it looks like, may look like Princess Peach is nowhere to be seen. But I guess either Bowser is up to no good again, or something like that, since Super Mario World. But yeah, this was basically Princess Peach's castle. This is the hub world of the game, where basically you can walk around in the Princess Peach's castle, and then you can actually explore some different things, like, for instance, you can actually talk to some toads right here, but I don't think I can do that just yet. And also you can come across into different rooms, like for instance, we can get into the 3-star, or in this case, this is a 0-star door, and this will actually allows us to get into the actual paintings. If you jump into the painting, that you'll actually get into the level itself. So basically, we're heading to the first level in the game, Bob-omb Battlefield. And the first mission we're going to be doing is Big Bob-omb on the summons. So I think assuming that's what the mission's called. So, yeah, this is basically how the gameplay looks for Super Mario 64. As I said earlier, this was entirely 3D as opposed to 2D than it was in Super Mario Bros. And Super Mario World. And basically what we can do here is that unlike the previous 4 incarnations of, or in this case 5, if you want to count for Super Mario Bros. The Lost Levels, that you don't normally get into the goal, end of a goal in order to reach the end. Instead, the gimmick of this game, as well as Super Mario Sunshine as well, and heck, especially Super Mario Galaxy 1 and Galaxy 2 as well, that we're going to be entirely focused on collecting things, like for instance, collecting some Power Stars. So, if you guys do know already, following onto my, or in this case, Duffy's still doing Super Mario Galaxy 2 at this point, that the entire main focus of the game is basically mission objective based. And basically every time when you collect these specific objectives, that now allows players to actually obtain the Power Star. So, yeah. And there's also another occasion moments where you're gonna come across into the shortcuts, in this case teleports. For instance, we're gonna be heading to here, assuming if you let Mario stand here for a few seconds, and that will let Mario teleport into a different spot. So that will be pretty handy if you actually come across into a speedrun formations right here. So and also another thing I would like to point out that we actually come across into the first boss battle in the game in Super Mario 64, which was known as Big Bob-omb. And yeah, I have to mention right now that as far as you guys can tell already, I'm going to be doing 100% completion of the game. Not only just the, I don't know what to say about it, but also I have to collect every single Power Stars in the game. So, I thought it was worth mentioning for that. So, yeah. So it's got some lot of text here and there, so yeah, thanks to that hint, Big Bob-omb right there. So, basically, this is what you're essentially gonna do for this boss battle. It's pretty simple. Basically, we have to get behind him, rather, and then basically you can actually press the B button to grab him. So, yeah, you can also grab as many objects as you can, too. So, I guess this is the only exception. So, yeah. The game also has a remake, or in this case a port to the game, or quote-unquote, and also has a lot of ROM hacks to the game as well. We'll explain more on these things until we get to later parts of the game. So, yeah, considerably we'll just do that just eventually. So, yeah, the third and final formation, all you have to do is just basically just get into his back, and that's all you're really trying to do. Oh god, oh! Yeah, if you let the Big Bob-omb grab you, he'll toss you anywhere. So, I believe if you actually trying to go ahead, if you let the Big Bob-omb toss you out of the battlefield or out of the summons, what this basically means is that take notice from the Temple number 3 from The Legend of Zelda: A Link to the Past. You have to restart the whole fight again because basically, if you leave out of the arena, then basically the boss battle health meter, assumingly, even though it doesn't show up, but even then it takes like 3 hits in order to kill these bosses. But even then though, your health will, the boss's health will actually restore back all the way up. So, yeah, just take my advice for that already, assuming if you actually guys play this game at this point. And there we go, there's the first Power Star in the game, folks, and once you collect a certain amount of stars, considerably if you actually guys play Super Mario Galaxy 1 and 2 before. Oh yeah, before I get into that actually, here we are to second mission, Foot Race with Koopa the Quick. And as you can see, it tells us how much coins we have collected on this specific world. And then occasionally in some moments in some missions that you can actually ask these little pink Bob-ombs known as Bob-omb Buddies. And basically if you ask one of these guys, not only does it actually ask you some specific important task or something like that, or you'll come across into these new missions a little later on, but you'll also come across into activating the cannons. So, what these cannons might do, we might as well find out eventually. So, for now, let's just start the Koopa Trooper here. Yes, I did beat the Big Bob-omb, thank you very much. And yeah, he did ask us about the, you want to have ourselves a little race. So, let's just say, I'll accept it. So basically what you have to do here is basically you have to get all the way up to the summons, just like how it does in the first mission. But in order to do that, we need to touch the flag until we actually win the race. So that's what you're literally trying to do in this particular mission. Now, the reason why I say that the long jump was easily one of my favorite abilities of the 3D Mario games is not only just to actually have to use that, or in this case, you actually just to use that, or it's firstly introduced into it, but it's also how fast this was if you actually just to presume if you time it with. It also does that in Super Mario Galaxy and heck, even especially Super Mario Galaxy 2 as well. And heck, even the Super Mario 3D Land as well, and heck, even especially Super Mario 3D World. But, hey, at least that's pretty cool for that retrospect. And Mario can also perform a somersault to actually just perform some really cool attributes and quite really cool acrobatics. But if you do that successfully enough, then you should able to actually reach up to higher places in certain amount of areas. So, yeah, we did manage to beat this race for over under a minute, or in this case, under 45 seconds for that matter. And yeah, if you actually let the camera far apart and you actually let Mario walk around, if you can see on this footage until now, that Mario's polygon has actually shown up for a bit, which sounds a bit more cooler than I expected. So yeah, the first time Koopa the Quick right there, assuming that there's also going to be another variation of him during later parts. So, in this case, this is the easiest mission. So, yeah. And there we go, there's the second Power Star in the game. And no coins, so that's alright, I suppose. So, yeah, let's go ahead and back into that painting and do the another mission. And it's a good thing that I've activated the cannon in the first place, because the next mission we're going to be heading to, shoot to the island in the sky. And again, it's very important to actually get these cannons activated, assuming if you actually just get into these certain missions when you need to complete first. And if you do that, then you should able to get yourself some cannons going for. So as far as Bob-omb Battlefields is concerned, we haven't seen quite a lot of Bob-omb Battlefield quite a few times, even though it's firstly introduced in this game. But basically what you have to do in this mission right here is basically shoot upwards right there, and that's all you're literally trying to do. And if you hit that little exclamation block, that will actually let the Power Star out of the, exclamation mark. And there's the first Power Star in the game, and the third Power Star in Bob-omb Battlefield. So, we're quite good at this at the moment right now. But as far as when I did play this game from time to time, I'm pretty much going to be pretty good at this game, or in this case, master at the game pretty much, even though not entirely speedrun though, but I like this though. Mission number 4, find the 8 red coins. Oh yeah, if you've been following from Super Mario Sunshine playthrough, you know exactly what the red coins are. Basically, if you collect, let's say about 8 red coins obviously, and if you collect all 8 of them, that will allow players to actually get us a Power Star, assuming that you actually just know that already. And plus, in addition to that it will actually just adds up to your coin amount. Because if you can tell that this game actually has, like, even though it does say like Power Stars and whatnot, and yeah, there's the infamous Chain Chomp right there, which if you get hit by him, that it'll Mario does not have a little power-ups thing anymore, assuming in this game, as well as the later 3D Mario games entirely until Super Mario 3D Land and 3D World, is that Mario has his health meter. So you actually got yourself say 8 health points. If your health points is down, that means you'll lose a life. So you're gonna have to keep yourself alive in here, folks, because trust me when I say this. Oh yeah, there's another emphasis on, I don't think this one's gonna work. Actually, it's gonna be another of these flowers that actually acts like a teleport. And this will teleport us to here, assuming that takes a shortcut for that part. I have no idea why I just did that right there, but it's because I just want to show you guys off of that. So anyway. So yeah, as far as when the game, as far as we can consider from the difficulty wise, oh yeah, there's also another emphasis, like you can either grab the another red coin, which can either go in a normal route, or you can actually do as like my method, which can actually reach up to this steep hill. Sometimes though, some of these hills can be quite steep, especially noticeable if you're actually trying to get to the upper point of the level. And even then though, I don't mind about it too much though, you just have to be really precise on that. And don't jump when you're actually trying to get into the steep hills, because if you do, you're somehow gonna slide back down. So, I'm gonna have to warn you guys for that. Entirely though. Alright, so the next red coin is going to be located onto that island, assuming it's the exact same location as the mission we did done from before. So, yeah, just want to mention that. And the last 2 red coins, oh yeah, as you can see, if Mario drops from the highest height, and also same with the likes of Super Mario Sunshine as well, that allows Mario to actually get hurt by it. So, in order to actually restore Mario's health, you need to collect those coins. So that's all you're literally trying to restore your health from. Or you can actually come across interesting new type of item that's being introduced in this game, which are basically heart spinners. Did that Goomba just went through me? Assuming if I actually got a power star? Although it's not as the same as the ones in Super Luigi Galaxy playthrough, by the way. But anyway, enough about that topic. Mission number 5, Mario's Wings to the Sky. Now, there's a little fun fact about this mission right here. I don't think this mission is possible, because even then though, I think in order to actually get to do this mission right here is that I need to actually get ourselves one of the power-ups in this game. But we'll skip that one for the time being, because from now on, we're gonna do a different mission instead. And basically what you have to do here is by basically ground pound this little log, when that chain jump was, like, let's say about 3 times. If you do this 3 times, then this happens. The chain jump is, assumably, he's gonna be freed. Or, yeah, he's freed, and he bashed out of this cage. And that's all he does. So, that way, that gives us the next power star. I'm thinking this might actually be the 6th power star in this world. So, yeah. And this mission is called, Behind Chain Chomp's Gate. So, that's all you're literally trying to do for that mission. So, yeah, ground pound this log 3 times, and that's all you do here. Now, we're not gonna end things off here, because there are some occasional moments where, in Princess Peach's castle, you might come across into one of those secret power stars. So, we'll do that until the next video, so don't worry, we'll show these guys, we'll show you for that. So yeah, I wish I had done this back in 2013, and not too while ago actually, during that May. But then it ended up the camera quality is, once again, still crap. And 2, that the dialogue itself is a bit too corny for my taste. And plus I think, I do think that I'm pretty sure that's what I was gonna say about this entirety of the original playthrough already. But that's why the original playthrough of the game is entirely removed. And that's why I'm going to be doing a remake playthrough of this game, so just want to let you guys know that, because I want to make the quality itself even much better than the ones from last time. So, you usually come across into those secret courses in the Princess Peach's castle, so right now we're actually on Princess Peach's slide. So basically what you have to do for this mission, there are 2 different power stars to this particular obstacle course. For the first power star in this particular stage, you need to beat the course for under 21 seconds. And you can either get to that, or you can actually get yourself a second one, which is hidden in a the yellow exclamation mark block. So, yeah, that's all you essentially do here. So, my time for that that course right there is up to 20 seconds and 3 milliseconds. So yeah, that's power star, the secret power star number 1. And now for the second secret stars. Because yes, Princess Peach's castle actually has secret power stars in this case. So yeah. This game is also being re-released on the Nintendo Wii U's Virtual Console eShop version. I'm not exactly sure they're going to release that again on the Nintendo 3DS, but I'm not exactly sure on that just yet, assuming in the new 3DS, because they also done it for Super Nintendo games. So, I digress though. But yeah, if you let the timer actually reaches over 21 seconds, even then, I still actually beat that. Okay. But if you let the 21 seconds go up, the power star won't appear. So yeah, I just want to let you guys know that. I'm assuming that, you know. But what you can get instead is this power star right here. So in this case, that wraps up everything for this little secret of... I can't speak today. And that concludes those 2 power stars right here. So 7 power stars in this video, so that's quite a lot for this little particular point. So yeah, we're going to have to say right now, we're going to have to finish this video here. So next time on Let's Play Super Mario 64, is that we're going to be heading off to the next world. Originally it was going to be a Bob-omb Battlefield to finish that off, but I'll think about it. So see you guys then, later.